I want to say, in my opinion, I think y'all was the first guys touring off of actual mixtapes.
Yeah, we had the mixtape tour.
Right, because I remember Chris telling me, like, y'all going on tour. I'm like, how the fuck they going on tour? They don't got an album.
Right.
Like, and they like, so was that actual?
We had the mixtapes was buzzing on radio. They was buzzing everywhere, and we started getting booked. And the mixtape tour, we had the buses, and now we had Chris Lighty, rest in peace to Chris Lighty, the legend. You know,
legend, hell yeah.
He was down with Chris Lighty. Mm-hmm. That's why I always like that Nas song, Blue Benz, when he say Chris Lighty let him in with the, you know what? Yeah. You know, I love that song. Yeah. But we was on the road.
Right.
You know, we had Chris Lighty at that point, so things started, you know, he was like kind of like the glue with 50 Cent, like started teaching 50 the business side, you know, and you know who was in there, James Cruz.
I was just about to ask, because it's go ahead, let me let you finish.
No, go ahead.
I want the fans to go crazy.
Go ahead.
Okay, but it always seems funny with James Cruz when it comes to James Cruz and 50.
Yeah.
Jay, I don't know. What did you see?
I mean, I just feel like James Cruz, he's always was a cool guy, was always there. But 50, I felt like 50 had a little more respect for Chris. Mm-hmm. But James Cruz put in the work too.
Right.
But when Chris sent James Cruz out, you know, him and 50 always get into it.
Right.
50 always say some crazy shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
James
like,
would say some nice
I remember
shit.
50 said something crazy to James Cruz one day, and we had Interscope, and he lit a cigarette in the Interscope building. Like, yo, I don't want to say what he called them, but it's like, motherfucker screamed at me in the meme. I'm crazy, yo. He lit a cigarette in Interscope building. So that shit was crazy, like right in the middle of the building. Like, yo, after the argument, 50 kicked him out the room. It's crazy.
Wasn't ready?
But with Chris, like, I just felt like Fifth had like a little more respect for Chris.
I felt like what Chris Lighty and Violator did as far as management goes.
Right, big.
You know,
huge impact.
Big up to
because you got to remember, Violator was before 300. They was before Rock Nation.
Yeah.
They was before. Violator was before. And who did Chris have? Chris had you.
Yep.
He had Foxy.
Mobb Deep.
He had Mobb Deep.
Everybody.
He had Busta. He had K Slade.
LL.
He had Diddy at a point.
See, you know what's the crazy shit about that? I always used to say this.
Fat Joe too.
No, actually, Fat Joe was never signed to him. Fat Joe was signed to him as an artist, not as management.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, not as management. He was signed to Relativity.
To the label? No.
I believe Chris had something to do. I don't know if it was Violator Relativity, but I believe like Chris had points on the album or something through Relativity.
Right.
I think Joe was the only one that wasn't signed
to management.
Yeah, but you know what was crazy, and I'm sure you can relate to this. I remember going to Violator at one point, and I could roll dice there, get my hair cut, and buy weed.
Yeah,
like that shit was better than the hood. It was safe.
Yeah, definitely.
It was safe.
It was all good till henchmen moved down the block.
Oh yeah, that's right, 25th Street.
And that's what I always tell people. I be like a lot of beefs that you see.
Right.
It was me being loyal. It was inherited.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Because till this day, I always say that, you know, the henchman thing was inherited from Chris. Chris had the management on 25th Street.
Oh.
Henchmen moved on the same block.
Wow.
Oh.
Chris had everybody. Everybody wanted to be Chris. Like we said, Chris was the first 300. He was the first Rock Nation. The nigga was 18 working the tunnel, the most dangerous club in fucking New York.
Yeah.
Niggas had to take their shoes off. No chains.
And use the bathroom with the girls in there.
Right. It's the era, you know.
The sex bathroom.
This is what I'm trying to say. So look, to me, the poison was, it's always going to be some kind of poison when you get some kind of money. When we get somebody some kind of money, it's always going to be, like, for me, it was one day, Henchman said, he was like, yo, G-Unit's here and Game is here.
Right.
But Game had Dr. Dre and 50 Cent on his album.
Right.
And like I said in every interview, if we New York niggas blowing up with Cali niggas, what you think Cali niggas saying in the studio? We gotta blow a West Coast nigga up, cuz.
Right.
The West Coast, the best coast, cuz. Cause that's how they play out there.
Right.
Right.
And now LA's on a whole different time. You can't even enjoy yourself as much out there.
At all. Nah, you can enjoy yourself. Let me stop. But it's got to be super.
Nah, it's dangerous in Cali.
You think
right
being
now.
a rapper is one of the most?
It's the most dangerous job.
We don't know our enemies.
Yo,
right?
let me tell you. Let me tell you one of the most funniest stories.
Yeah.
This is when P. Diddy could have signed 50.
Wow.
We in the office. It's me and 50. But 50, I didn't think he gonna went in there with the intentions to sign with Diddy.
Right.
He just went in there just seeing whatever deals he can get.
Right.